Hello, beautiful people. So I decided to put my plant here, so it's not just me you're looking at, but my beautiful plant. I got this baby for $7 on clearance, and it was dying. And I got in the back of a lift. My cat is scratching things he's not supposed to. And I got in the back of a lift. This guy always remembers me for being... Like, I don't even remember him, but he'll remember me as the lady with the plant in the back. And that's not the only time I've gotten in a lift with a plant. Okay. But I love this plant. And my cats I had to bring it inside. It grew so much over the summer. And I'm loving the new growing zone that I'm living in here in Virginia, because I'm from Colorado. I'm from, like, the mountains where there's, like, it's no growing. I, like, lived in a place where it's 9,000 feet and they can grow, like, rhubarb. But now I'm in Virginia, like, you can grow all sorts of stuff outside. So I brought him inside, but now my cats, as you can see, have taken him, like, bully him. They knock him over all the time. So I brought him over here so he can be part of our show today. All right, so anyways, we're gonna get a message from Spirit. I'm feeling a little better than I was like an hour ago, so that's good. I'm feeling overall better. I hope everyone else is. The new year had some interesting energy. This last full moon had some really interesting energy. So let's go ahead and gather. We'll go ahead and light one of these candles. Actually, I don't know if I have my lighter with me. So maybe not. So maybe it's a good time to talk about the Rose of Jericho. So the Rose of Jericho is also known as the resurrection plant. And the resurrection plant, it looks like it's dead, right? And you can keep it like this. I keep it in my drawer with my tarot cards until I'm ready to make some holy water. And so when you put it in the water, it opens up. It opens up into this beautiful, beautiful, well, it's a plant, but it looks, it's green. It turns green when it has water. And the water is then considered holy water because the plant comes back from the dead, kind of like Jesus Cristo. Okay, so I have some here, and they say, please God bless this reading, bring us the best message that we need to hear today, and cleanse my energy. Whew. And they say that you should probably only use the water like 1 or 2 times and then let it, swivel back up like this, so that it can, because if you use too much water, kind of like draining the potency of the power of the plant, if that makes sense. So I have just put it in there yesterday, and I don't even know if I put enough in there for it to open up. Actually, I didn't see it open up yet, so I'll have to do that. But I usually fill this up, have it open up. Sometimes it opens up so much it pops off the top. But before I had it on a plate. I'd actually prefer it in a plate. But I use this so that I know that this is the holy water that I use afterwards. So then when I put it away. So I keep it in a few different jars. And you can go ahead and put this around your doors and your windows for protection. Ask Spirit to protect you while you're doing that. And that only, positive entities, human, alive, non-human, angel, etc., demon, etc., can pass through, right? Only good vibes, baby, are allowed in this residence. Okay. All right. So I also had something else to talk about. Oh, so I was listening to this other podcast, and I put this on my Twitter. I guess it's Twitter. I just recently started. I don't know. X. I put it on my X. So, So when I started my healing journey, so I come from a really tumultuous childhood where I am the scapegoat of a narcissistic child, and my father was enabler of that. My mother is this huge narcissist, and I ruined her life, quote unquote. So that's all I heard, right? And so I had all this stuff growing up, and and so I kind of learned to not be myself, right? As a child of a narcissistic person, you develop a mask, really fast. I mean, we all have masks, we all have societal masks, but mine was very much not an authenticity, the authenticity that I am required to be in to heal. And so as I healed from like alcoholism and everything like that, I learned that honesty is the only way to go. And my mom hates it now that I'm like brutally honest, because I'm like brutally honest about how she treated me too, right? And so anyways, I kind of like I was like, oh my God, if I'm ever gonna have any healthy relationships, it's gotta be like 100% honest. And then I shared too much, right? So there is this saying I heard that your inner world is a secret garden, not a public playground. And that's, you know, I used to think when you met somebody, you kind of had to tell them everything that you went through. And I don't know why I thought this, but I would be like, oh my God, they have to know that I've overcome all these things. Or that I dealt with this, or that I was this, or so. And I've learned that in reality, if they're interested, if they care, you know, it's a lot of the times also in my ADHD brain, I will try to relate to somebody by bringing up a story that has happened to me in a similar way. So I've learned also that can be dangerous. Like, just wait until someone asks. Wait until there's the right moment. No one needs to know everything about you, okay? You don't even really know everything about you, you know? So, all right. But I thought that was very interesting. Like, that's part of the message today, is that we need to, be authentic, right? Without a mask. I'm all about living in the world with an authentic face, being exactly who you are, showing up who you are. Don't lie. I tell my children, lying is not okay. The only time it's okay to lie is to keep yourself safe, is what I tell them. So like if there was a stranger coming up asking them their name or something, that's the only time to keep yourself safe. You know, like if there's a person, and maybe you're a grown woman, I tell this to my daughter, and a man comes at you, you don't want to give him your address, you know? Like, you need to keep yourself safe, right? That's priority. But then you also want to be authentic, you want to be honest, because honesty creates vibration that you can read. And when you start living in honesty for your entire life, this is the sidetrack. Here's my ADHD. When you start living in honesty, you can see when other people aren't, much easier than when you're not living in authenticity. So it's important to be authentic, not show up with a mask, but it's also important to allow your secret garden to be kept to yourself and only allow certain people the key to the secret garden. Like, have you ever read The Secret Garden? Like, the people that lived there didn't even know about the secret garden. Okay, so that's what I'm going to start. I love that quote. I got it today. I think other people might need to hear it. And it's important to be honest. It's important to be truthful. But you don't have to tell everybody your business. You know, I recently worked at a restaurant. I'm getting my master's, and I haven't waited tables in a really long time. And I was really just trying to make friends, and because I've been working from home a lot, and I moved across country, and I don't know anyone in the state, and so I was like, look, I love waiting tables too. I like I know it sounds weird, but I love people, like, just enough so that I can come back and recharge, you know, because I'm an omnivert. But people, like the other servers, I kept a lot of these things to my chest because I didn't want them to know that I was going to school. I mean, like, why? I'm just there to get to know people, you know? So there's this humblingness too that you need to stand in, but at the same time, you can't be too humble where you don't, like, because I was like, almost like, I wasn't even being humble. I was like, not sharing who I was, afraid of getting judged in the opposite way. I don't know if that makes sense, but ended up backfiring on me. I didn't make any friends. I had a friend who she took all the things that were inside my chest, right? So I had made a friend. I'm like one of the older waiters. Most of the younger girls are like 10 years younger than me or more. Wait, more than that. They're like, some of them are like 20 years younger than me. Okay. But she's older than me. She was like 4 years older than me. And we have kids. So we became friends. And I knew from the moment, from her vibration and for the way she acted, because she would go to all the other servers and she's very much a gossiper. Her vibration is she is not your friend. But I needed friends, right? And so I told her some things like about myself that I didn't tell any of the other servers. And somehow all of that got to other people and ended up like, you know, costing some people to judge me because, you know, I thought I was trying to make a friend. In reality, she had ulterior motives in becoming my friend, and I just wanted a friend. So, and I knew that. That's the thing, is I knew that. I don't know why I'm sharing all of this. I'm hoping it's going to help somebody. But the story is, like, I should have just kept that stuff in my secret garden. Because she didn't earn a place in my secret garden. And she took what was in my secret garden and she gave it to all these people that didn't deserve it, right? So all I'm saying is life is such a balance. And I'm a Libra, okay? I love balance. I live for fairness and balance, and I'm going, you know, legal. Like, I'm going after my law. I just love justice, okay? But it's, you know, and I used to hate it when I was a kid because as a scapegoat, I'd be like, it's not fair, it's not fair. My parents are like, life is not fair. But to a Libra scapegoated child, justice needs to be served, okay? Anyways, I hope that I hit home to somebody. I've already talked for like quite some time, 12 minutes. So that's part of the channeled message, I guess, is that you need to be true to yourself, first of all. That's the first person you need to be loyal to, okay? And this is, oh my God, this card just came up. I was like talking and then I look. Open the secret garden of your heart to true love. Let trust blossom within. Interesting talk about balance, right? Because it is about balance. Like, I have that problem about allowing people in, you know, too. It's like, I don't want to let people in. But you got to be careful who you let in, obviously. So you got to trust your intuition. You know, you got to trust what you've been through. You know, like, we can gaslight ourselves so easy, I think, sometimes about the things that we have been through. But, you know, in order to find peace, we're going to need to, you know, find a balance. And there will never be, that's the thing, is life is a vibration, it's a wave, it's a balance. It will never be completely balanced. It's a balancing act. That's what life is. It's a balancing act. You are constantly balancing things emotionally, financially, physically. You know, too much water, not enough water, not enough salt, not enough carbohydrates, not enough sleep, not enough vitamin D. You know what I'm saying? So there's also a message here that the people that you are meeting and surrounding yourself are a reflection of some sort of relationship within yourself, that you have gone through these similar storms before. So you have a relationship around you with somebody who is kind of, maybe it's this person that you've let into your secret garden. Maybe you know of somebody that you let into your secret garden that you shouldn't have let in. And maybe you know of somebody that you should let in, it seems like. Isn't that amazing how we have a tendency to keep the people that we want in our lives at arm's length because we're scared of getting hurt because we want them. And yet the people that we really don't care if they stay or go, we're like, sure, come on in. Come on and trample around it a little bit. So, you know, discernment is definitely, you know, the Spirit wants you to be a little bit more discerning about the people that you allow in your life, okay? And the people that you want in your life are the ones that you should open the door to. And it can be extremely scary. But as far as, like, for me, there's only like one person in Virginia besides my kids that I really want in my life. And I keep him at arm's length because I want him so bad. And because of the potential of getting hurt, okay? But another thing that I read today is that healing, so like in Western medicine, when we have all these drugs for pain reliever, right? To relieve the pain. But healing is not about relieving the pain. It's about holding the pain, the capacity for pain. So there's something here about you've already held all this pain, right? And there's no reason you won't be able to if that was the case. But Spirit is assuring you that you will find peace when you finally are vulnerable enough to allow these people that you want into your life and are finally brave enough to stand firm in not allowing these so-sos into your life just to have someone there, if that makes sense. So you want to find relationships that are strong, and if you're just allowing these people in your life to have people, those aren't going to build strong foundations. It's the people that require you to be the strongest, bravest version of yourself. Those are the people that you want in your life, that you want to lock away with commitment, that you want to give the key to the secret garden. Okay? These are the type of people that you want. And Spirit says that you know who these people are. And they're the ones that you are afraid to let in. And those are the people that should be there. Okay? And so it's hard, and you're healing, and it's such a hard balancing act because you're learning to guard your heart and allow only the right ones in. So the most important part is to guard your heart, right? You don't need to like go and just, hey, come on in, or you get out, or anything like that. It will happen. It's a step-by-step process. Pray to Spirit, please Spirit, help these people find a way to filter in the right people. All right, so that's what our prayer is today. Let's filter in the right people, filter out the wrong people, and keep our secret garden is not a public park, right? Don't go around to everybody at work telling them about your trauma. Because I think a lot of people that have gone through trauma have done it, and I am guilty. And I just had a shame hit over me because I am guilty. I've learned about it. It was a long time ago, depending on how you look at it. So, all right. Thank you, people. Thank you, beautiful people. All right. I really hope that you have a beautiful day. I hope that message hit home and it really resonated with me. So I'll talk to you next time. Bye.